Thank you for joining me for this flow. This flow is all about the shoulders. This movement I'm going to teach you is really helpful to release shoulders. So you've been working at your computer all day, or you just carry a lot of stress in your shoulders like I do, then I really feel like this movement is one of the best things we go. So it's the first part of the sequence is a section of the movement, and then the final movement is actually a qigong movement, and it's a beautiful release for the shoulders. So we can use that towards the end of the sequence, and we can also bring it a bit deeper into the spine and the rib cage, and maybe come into a back bend as well. So for this sequence we are going to begin in a seated position. So you can make yourself comfortable now and just come into a comfortable seat and just settle in, closing the eyes. Give yourself a moment to come into your body. Drop some weight down through your legs and into your sit bones. And gently lift up through your spine. Let your shoulders relax down your back. And soften through your jaw and your face, your forehead. And soften behind your eyes. Just become aware of how you're feeling in your body in this moment. Release any need to judge that or label it or attach a story. But just simply be in this spaciousness of presence. And then bring your awareness to your breath, and we'll take 3 deep breaths together just to tune in and fire up through the nervous system. So we'll begin with an exhale to empty the lungs completely. And then deepen your inhale into your belly, up through your ribs, into your upper back and your chest, your collarbones. And then exhale all the way back down to empty. Keep exhaling so you get all of that air out the base of your lungs. And we'll go again. Inhale deep. Feeling the lightness of your breath. And then exhaling long, feeling the body soften. Lovely, and we'll go again. Inhaling through the nose. Getting full with that fresh oxygen, and then exhaling long. And keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Get all the carbon dioxide out of the body. Lovely, and then bring this breath into a comfortable rhythm. Start to anchor your mind into the pattern of your breath. Try to fixate all of your awareness into the breath. And then when you feel connected and ready to start moving, we're just going to start by lowering the chin to the chest. And we'll have a play around moving the chin from shoulder to shoulder at first, just to soften into the back of the neck. You might feel some tension in your jaw that you can release by opening your mouth wide. You may feel comfortable to play around and take the head through some full circles. If that feels like any sort of compression for the cervical spine, then just, don't do it. Just listen to your body and what it needs and what feels useful for it. Remembering that anything I'm offering you is just merely a guideline. It doesn't have to be followed like a rule or instruction. And then we're just going to start to move this into the shoulders. So I won't tell you too much about how you're going to move your shoulders, but just start to move into sensation and feeling. You can translate that down into your rib cage and through your spine. Maybe explore into the arms, the wrists, the fingers, and let it be like a, you know, rather than a fine art painting, it's more like a scribble, a doodle, and you're just kind of moving with no particular endeavour in mind, but just having a feel, having a wriggle, so that your warm-up just allows you to tune into what is happening in your internal body today. And just take a few more breaths in this scribble, this wiggle. And then when you're ready, just arriving back into the neutral position of your spine. And just take a check which leg is crossed forward of the left, and just which leg is crossed forward, and just keep a mental note of that. We're going to begin with the right arm, and we're going to bring the right arm into a lasso. So it's kind of like a big circle around and up over the head, like as if you were going to lasso a big rope. You know, like you're a cattle farmer, because we've all been there in the UK, but yeah, just a lasso. So this movement starts to allow the shoulder to open, but it also gets into the sides of the ribs and through the spine and into the hips. And then we're going to bring this into a twist. So we're twisting round to the left. The hand holds the knee, and then the left fingertips reach all the way back. Good. And then we'll stay with the right arm lassoing. We bring it in a reverse lasso back over the head. We'll do that a couple of times, and then we'll twist around to the right. And feel that for the other side. So this time the right fingertips reach back and the left hand holds the knee for support. Good, we're going to do that a couple of times each side. So again, staying with the right arm lassoing, and then bring it round into the twist when you're ready. Left fingertips reaching back. Good, right arm lassos in the reverse. And then we take it back round into the twist. Lovely. And then this time we're going to inhale, reach the right fingertips all the way up and over, and cross the elbows in front. Let the head drop, and just take a sway of your shoulder blades from side to side. Get that softening into the back body. Head nice and heavy and rolling out through the neck if that feels good, comfortable for you. And then we'll find the center, and as we inhale, take a lift of the elbows all the way up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, cactus the elbows out wide and just squeeze the shoulder blades together. Not forcefully, just so that you can feel that engagement through the back body, and then keep drawing the elbows all the way down. You're going to shift the weight to the sit bones. You can use the help of your hands here. But as you shift the weight to your sit bones, you're going to start to find a toddler wobble. So you're finding random movements through the arms and the legs just to find up some heat in the core. And the more random that you can move, the better, so that you start to move into those areas where you feel less certain and stable. And those areas are your opportunities or gateways for growth. Good, and then we'll take a pause. You can either be in half boat pose with your knees bent, or you can straighten through the legs. And then remembering which leg was crossed forward, and crossing the opposite leg forward and coming back to a seat. And then we'll take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth to clear that. Lovely, and then we'll do the left arm lassoing. So big circles through that left arm. Do it a couple of times before we bring it into the twist. So we're twisting towards the right. The left hand holds the right knee, and the right fingertips are reaching back. Good. And then we come back with the left arm circling. We take it from the reverse circle, and then we'll bring it into the twist, and these left fingertips are reaching back, and the right hand holds the knee. We're going to do that again to feel it through the shoulders, through the ribs. And into your twist when you're ready. Have a breath there. Good, and then bring it into reverse. Last one. Reach it all the way back. And then on your inhale, let the left arm reach all the way up and over, across the elbows, drop the head, swing the shoulders again. Breathing into any areas that are holding or gripping, calling for more attention from your breath. And then when you're ready, find your center. Lift your elbows up on your inhale. Separate your elbows wide on your exhale. Again, drawing through the shoulder blades, squeeze them together down the back. And then we'll shift the weight back onto the sit bones. And we're randomly moving through the arms and the legs. So don't be afraid to fall, but just notice the areas that you feel a bit more challenged and try to lean into those areas. Lean into where you can develop more growth. Good, and then from here, I'm just going to face the top of my mat, hopefully you already are. And we're just going to pause, we'll find either half boat pose or we'll find full boat. Either way, lift the heart space, let the lift of your heart space come from your pelvic floor. If your legs are straight, squeeze the thighs. Take one more breath here. And then from there, hold on to the backs of the knees, round through your spine, and then take it into a rock and roll on the spine. We're going to do this a couple of times just to massage out through the back body. If you're not comfortable rocking up and down on your spine, you could be on your back, just kind of massaging into your lower back with some movement through your knees. You don't have to copy me. You don't have to go into the same shapes as me. You can just be modifying, negotiating the practice as we move. Okay, we're going to rock all the way up, pass through a seated position and come onto all fours. And then we're going to take some circles through the rib cage here. The sun is so nice and warm. You know, anything me saying that it's a cloudy day that you're practicing this on. Anyway, so we're going to take some rib cage rolls. So we'll come through a cow shape first, and then just press the rib cage to one side, and then press it up through an angry cat shape and all the way around to the other side. And then just allow yourself to keep moving like this. Notice where you need to soften the elbows to help the movement. Play around with each of the directions and really just feeling into any areas again that feel kind of sticky, need more attention. You can pause in any position that feels like that. Lovely, and then when you're ready, find the neutral position of your hands and knees. Lift up through your tailbone, let your belly soften, lift up through your chest. Find that cow shape again. Keep that shape, press the hips back towards the heels. And then we're going to come through some spinal waves. Inhale, round all the way forward, pull the belly in. Press the back of the heart nice and high through, pushing down into the earth. And then exhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chin, melt the heart back. And we'll do that a couple of times with breath. Inhale, round forward. And exhale to melt it all the way back. Lovely. We're going to create some heat through the spine. So inhale, round all the way forward. Keep looking towards your navel, and then watch the navel and the pelvis pour towards the wrists. Land your thighs. Bend the elbows, land the chest. And then press the tops of your feet down. Press the pubic bone down, squeezing your glutes. Slide your hands back so the fingertips are in line with your nipples. And then draw your elbows and your shoulder blades towards one another. And then just lift up through the chest and through the hands. And feel that activation through the back body. Keep pressing down to lift up the heart space nice and high. Keep the legs super strong. One more breath here. Lovely. And then slowly release. Bend the knees into the ground. Let the elbows wing out wide. Melt the heart back. Arrive in your child's pose and take a deep breath in there. And a clearing breath out. Good, we're going to do that again. Inhale, round all the way forward. Exhale, find your cow shape. This time, keep the cow shape. Lower the heart in between the fingertips. Keep the hips lifted. Lovely. And then from there, lift the gaze towards the navel. Pull the pelvis down. And then lift up through the chest so you're on your belly again. Draw the shoulders back. Draw the hands back, lift the hands, try and keep the arms in like a 90-degree shape so the elbows are really reaching back, shoulders drawn back, pubic bone pushing down to lift the heart space higher, and we're taking another breath in and another breath out, and then exhale, release it down. Knees bury into the ground, elbows wing wide, heart glides all the way back to child's pose. Again, you can take a nice cleansing breath to help you release that. You can have a wiggle through your hips too. And then from here, we're going to take it back into the spinal waves. Inhale, round all the way forward. Exhale to bend all the way back. Once you're kind of used to this movement, just guide it a few more times through your rhythm of breath. We don't have to be moving at the same pace. I'd rather you moved with your rhythm of breath. So you're really tuning in to how you're breathing, how the movements can be guided on the breath. Lovely, one more. Good, we're going to inhale round all the way forward. And then when you're ready, exhale, lift your tailbone, tuck your toes, press your knees off the ground so that you're kind of hovering your knees like a centimetre or so off your mat. Good, and then round your spine so you pull your belly in, push your hands straight down, keep your knees hovering, pull your pubic bone up towards your face and just feel everything get slightly hotter. Good, and then tilt the tailbone again. Press the belly back towards the thighs. Start to straighten through the legs and find your downward facing dog. And then give that familiar shape some movement, some breath. Shake it out through your head. Make sure there's no tension in the neck. Okay. From here, find the stillness of your downward facing dog. Find that rhythm of breath that's serving you. And then we'll take it a bit deeper into the side body. So you're going to inhale, lift your heels nice and high. Squeeze up through your thighs. And then as you exhale, take your heels down to the right. You're going to lend your left foot flat and bend your right knee. Your left hand will feel lighter from the ground. Try and push that left hand forward and down so that you can feel the left side body open deeper and your hips lift a bit higher. Good, we're going to take you to the other side. Inhale, lift up high, as high as you can on those tiptoes. Exhale, take the heels down to the left. The right foot lands and the left knee bends. This time the right hand feels lighter from the ground. Push it down into the earth. Good, let the hips lift up higher. Let your bum stick out slightly bigger and take a deep breath into the right side body. Lovely. Inhale, lift up high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, take the heels down to the right. Left foot lands. This time we're going to bend the right knee and lift the heel towards the bum. Keep pushing your hands forward and down, lifting your hips high. Good. And then from there, bring your right knee forward and place it down. Toes are tucked behind you. We're going to inhale, windmill the arms all the way up into a kind of supported side plank position. Okay, and then from here, just make sure that everything from the navel is drawing in and up, so the arm lift is supported by your core. Try to keep the biceps with the ears as you exhale towards the back of your mat. And then inhale, reach the fingertips all the way forward. And then we're going to create big circles through the arms here. So trying to keep biceps with the ears, with the engagement of your core. As you're reaching fingertips forward, stick the hips out so you get the inner thighs opening. I'm going to do this a couple of times. Let the breath support the movement. Inhale to rise. And exhale to engage, soften down. Good, one more big circle. And then when you reach the top again, find everything that is from the center, everything lifting up through the navel, from the pelvic floor. Lift the lower ribs up towards your heart space. Good, keep that lift, and then exhale, take a lean towards the back of the mat. Keep the biceps with the ears. Keep the fingertips reaching towards the sky so that you feel this really engage through the right side body and the left side body. So the left rib cage is pulling in. Good. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, take that right hand down to the top corner of your mat. You might need to bring your back foot closer in, but we're going to see if we can lift this right knee. Maybe you can lift your right knee but keep your toes on the ground. Maybe you can lift the toes. Maybe you can straighten the toes forward. Be with wherever you're at comfortably. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Push your right hand forward, lift your hips. Lovely. And then slower than you want to, bring that left hand down, spin on the back toes and find your downward facing dog. And then just clear that intensity out through breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Lovely. Inhale, round all the way forward, high plank. Spinal waves. Exhale, bend your knees. You can land them down if you need support. Lift the tailbone. Push the belly back towards the thighs and then straighten through the legs. We'll do that again. Inhale, round all the way forward. Belly draws in. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the tailbone. Push the heart back. Lovely. Last one. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, melt it back. Inhale, round all the way forward, high plank. Keep the holly body position. Keep the gaze towards the navel as you pull the pelvis towards the wrists. As you see the pelvis land, lift up through the chin, through the chest. Draw the hands back and wide. Keep squeezing through your glutes. Keep your legs strong. Micro bend your elbows. Take a breath into your heart. Exhale, bend the knees. Send it all the way back, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, drop your heels down to the left. Good, left knee, right leg lands, is straight, and left knee bends. Pick up the left heel towards your bum. And then from here, bring the left knee all the way forward, land it in between, or kind of near the hands in the center. Left toes are behind you. I'm showing you from the back position this time. And then everything lifting up through the midline core. Take a lift as you inhale, and then exhale, take a lean towards the back of your mat. Keep your biceps with your ears, and then we'll take those big circles through the arms again. So reaching forward and round, the hips stick out, and then lifting all the way up. The pelvic floor is drawing in. Exhale, down and round. Inhale to lift. Lovely. One more big circle. Pause when you reach the top. Exhale, take the lean towards the back of the mat. Pull that right rib cage in. Press the pelvis slightly further forward and keep extending through your fingertips. Feel that engagement through the left side body. Breathe into it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take the left hand down. Make sure you can push firmly into your right foot, your back foot. Make sure the left hand is further forward of your shoulders so that you can push into the earth and then play around with picking up that left knee. Maybe the toes stay down for support, maybe you lengthen them forward. Squeezing the inner thighs together to lift the leg nice and high. Keep pushing the hips up towards the sky. Take another breath here. And then slower than you want to, right hand comes down, back toes spin. We're pushing that left toes back all the way into downward facing dog, where you take a nice cleansing breath again.
Lovely. When you're ready, inhale, round all the way forward, high plank. We're coming back through those spinal waves, bend the knees. Take this slower than you want to. Lift your tailbone. Push your heart back. Good, 2 more with your breath. Okay, the next time you're going to round all the way forward, find that hollow body high plank. Keep looking towards the navel as you pull the pelvis towards the wrist and lift up through the chin, through the chest. Keep the legs strong, glutes engaged. Micro bend the elbows, draw the hands back and wide. Breathe your heart space forward. And then exhale. Downward facing dog. Lovely. Okay, let's take it into a bit more of a flow, coming back to use that lasso through the arms. So we're nice and fired up through the strength in our body. So we lift up onto the tiptoes, we're going to bounce through the knees. If you have dodgy knees, you can bounce less. But stay as high as you can on your tiptoes, press mostly into the big toe and the ball of your foot. Okay, we're going to keep that bounce happening. I'm going to float the right toes, so the left knee stays bouncing in and out. We're going to use the power of this leg to step the right leg forward. So you bend the left knee, you push from the toes, you spring the right foot forward in between the hands. Help it if it doesn't come all the way, and then sink the back knee down. Good, we're going to come through a mini flow. We're going to do this mini flow a couple of times. So we're going to come back to the lasso with the right arm. And we're going to take that lasso and we're going to lasso over the head a couple of times. And then this lasso is going to lead us. So the fingertips lead all the way around. I'm picking up the back knee. I turn. I reach for the sky. I exhale, lean into the left rib cage, almost like a trikonasana. And then exhale, bend into the left knee at the back. Place the right hand down in front of those toes. And then from there you can reach to the sky through the left hand and you can pulse up and down through your hips. Now I'm going to use this right arm to lead me back. So I come back through that arch I created. And then from there turn the right toes forward and come into warrior two. Lovely. Okay, from here take the back elbow towards the front knee and then sink the back knee down. Good, and then we begin again. Inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, lasso the right arm. Couple of circles. And then when you're ready, the right fingertips lead you round. Pick up the back knee. Straighten through the legs, reach for the sky. Exhale, take the lean into the left rib cage. And then bend into the left knee. Place the right hand down in front of the toes. Pulse through the hips. You can reach up in the twist if that feels good, useful, no tension in the neck. And then we'll find the warrior two. So the right hand leads you up through the arch. My head disappears from the camera. And then exhale, take it into your warrior two. It's no bad thing. Okay. From here, take the left elbow towards the front knee. Sink the back knee down, and we're going to do one more round. Inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, lasso. Lovely. Right fingertips lead you round, all the way reaching up. Exhale, lean into the left ribs. Drop into the back knee. You can reach up for the twist, find the bounce, soften into the inner thighs. Good, and then pushing from the heels, rise through into your warrior two. Good, and then back elbow towards the front knee, back toes are turning. Lovely, and then inhale, arms lift up. Good, exhale from here, cactus the elbows. Lift the heart space through the midline. Lifting it open through the chest. Let the pelvis fall heavy towards that front heel and we'll just take it into a mini back bend.
Let this be intense. Move your awareness into the intensity, not away from it. And then as you're ready, release. Bring the hands down, sweep it all the way back into downward facing dog. And take a breath that serves your body in this moment. Good, let's inhale, lift the heels round all the way forward, high plank. Keep gazing at the navel as you pull the pelvis down towards the wrists. Draw the shoulders back, keep the legs strong, micro bend those elbows. Breathe into the heart space. Exhale, bend the knees, stick the hips up and back. Press the belly towards the thighs, lengthen into your downward facing dog. And then stay high on your tiptoes and we'll do the other side. So we're bending in and out of the knees. We're going to float the left toes this time. So we're bending in and out of the right knee, we're pushing from the right toes. Bend the knees, spring the left foot forward. Sink the back knee down. Low lunge. Let your foundations feel supportive. Adjust them if they don't. And then we're going to come into the lasso again. So my whole body is involved. Look at, I've got this pulse happening through the legs. My whole body is involved with this lasso of the left arm. So left arm lassos over the head. This way I'm ready to move. So as I bring those left fingertips round, I'm picking up the back knee and reaching all the way up. I'm exhaling into the right rib cage, side reach, and then bending into that back knee, placing the left hand in front of the toes. Now you've got a good bum shot. You can take a twist up through the right arm. And then we're going to lead with the left hand. Find the arch. Turn the front toes, find the warrior two. And I'm still pulsing here. Good. And then from there, take the back elbow towards the front knee, find your twist. As that meets or comes close, you can sink the back knee down. Inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, lasso the left arm. Good, and we've got another round. So we're going all the way around. Reach, straighten the legs, exhale, lean into the right ribs, lengthen the left. Exhale, drop into the back knee. Find the pulse, find the twist. Notice how your feet turn with you. Support your movement from your foundations. Good. Inhale, rise, left fingertips reach all the way up and over. Exhale into your warrior two. Pushing into that front heel a lot. And then turning those back toes, bring that back elbow towards the front knee. Sink the back knee down. We've got one more round. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, lasso. Lovely. Lift, lengthen, lean, drop, pulse and twist. Rise, warrior two. Beautiful. Find the twist, elbow to knee. Back knee sinks down. We'll come into that mini back again, bend again. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cactus to elbow, shoulder height. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chest through the core. Exhale, let the pelvis fall heavy and lean back into your shoulder blades. If you're comfortable, you can take your head back. But use your shoulder blades to support the opening of your heart space. Lovely. Take another breath here. And then when you're ready, release the hands down. Press it all the way back into your downward facing dog. Again, cleanse that energy out through breath. Maybe through a sigh. Let the sound of the sigh nourish your soul. Okay, let's take it through a waving vinyasa. Inhale, lift up through your heels, round all the way forward. Hollow body, high plank. Exhale, pelvis to wrist, gazing to the navel. Head lifts up last, elbows micro bend. Legs are strong, chest is open, heart space is open. Take a breath in. Exhale, land your knees, slide it all the way back into your child's pose. Give the hips a wiggle, let the lower back soften. And let yourself really land fully in your child's pose. So let your energy drop for a moment, let your effort release, let your body soften. Maybe allow the breath to go a bit deeper, a bit slower, and release a bit longer. Let the jaw relax. Let the face relax. Lovely. And then when you're ready, you can come all the way up. And you can either, I'm going to face you so I can show you the movement from the front. So we're going to do the Qigong movement that I mentioned at the beginning. Now you can be on your heels sitting like this, Japanese style, or you could be in a comfortable seat. If you kind of want to take it into camel, then I suggest you're in this position. But I'm going to show you the shoulder movement first, and if the shoulder movement just feels like you want to get used to that and do that a few times, then please just, you know, get used to it, allow yourself to be a beginner, allow yourself to explore it before you take it deeper. If you're kind of feeling all supple and loose from this flow, and you know you want to bring it into a back bend, you can play around with it and feel it out for yourself. But just remember, like I said at the beginning, please don't force yourself to do anything that I'm doing, that I'm demoing. Let this be an exploration for you to explore your body in your own practice, your own style. And just remember, what I'm giving you is just merely an option. But this is the full shoulder release. So this is what the lasso is taken from. So I'm going to show you that. I will mirror you, so we'll begin with the right hand. And we are going to keep the palm facing up. So the palm, imagine that you're carrying your favourite drink, whatever that is. But imagine that you're carrying your favourite drink and you don't want to drop it. So, you know, you don't want to flip the palm, that will turn the shoulder. You want to keep your palm facing up at all times. And to begin, we're going to lead with the baby finger. So we lead with the baby finger and we tickle the ribs. We sweep that palm all the way facing up still over the head. And then we're going to offer the drink to the other side. And then as we come back, we lead with the thumb. We take it back along that path, over the head. Keep the palm facing up. We're going to tickle the ribs again. And we're back to the beginning. And we're going to do that again. So to lead with the baby finger, we tickle the ribs. We sweep it up and over the head. And then bring it round to the other side. We lead with the thumb as we come back. We take the same route. Over the head, tickle the ribs, back to the beginning, okay? And we keep going, just to soften through the movement. And this is where you might like to just keep playing with this movement, yeah? Taking it back over the head, under the ribs, and just keep getting used to that. If you're feeling kind of comfortable, you've done this with me before, or you've done this movement before, then you can maybe have a play around with it. You could bring it around and take it into some more movement through the hips. So you might like to kind of play around with moving more through the pelvis, through the spine. You could bring it to holding into a camel. I can show you from the side. Yeah. It's really feeling how you can exaggerate the movement, how you can allow it to explore the rest of your body. Yeah. Okay, and then once we've had a play around with this side, we'll come back to the center and just take a moment to close your eyes. try to drop into the sensations you can feel through the palms of your hands. Notice if they feel a bit brighter in the right side. Notice what kind of breath you need here. And then when you're ready to come back, we'll do the left side. So same thing, left palm stays facing up. We bring it underneath, tickle the ribs. We're wrapping it over the head. Keep the palm facing up, offer it round to the other side. You bring it back, leading with the thumb, take it over the head, tickle the ribs, we're back to the beginning. And then we just do that again. We're just playing around, doing it again. And you know, don't judge yourself too much if the left side, you're right-handed and the left side feels weird. That's normal because you're right side dominant and vice versa, you know. Just give your brain time to wake up, function, and you know that your body learns a little slower than the brain, and sometimes vice versa, so that sometimes we get in our own way with too much overthinking and the body is like, no, let me take over, I know this, yeah? So just be mindful to stay present and try not to be in this space of worrying if you're getting it right or wrong, because when you come into that worry or that fear, that's when we start to freeze up and we lose the ability to take in new experiences and new learnings, new pathways of discovery. So stay neutral, let yourself mess up. Everyone is a beginner at something sometime. Okay, and then again you can explore the movement a bit more dynamically if you're feeling it. Yeah, I can show you from the side. If you've had enough of this movement and you'd like to come into, you know, full camel or back bend of your choice, or maybe just have a pause, have a break, a rest, then you can. I'm going to take it into full camel. My spine's feeling nice and flexy and open, so I'm just going to enjoy that. If you're coming into the full camel with me, you can press your thighs forward, so let your back bend be about your front body opening. Press the thighs forward and squeezing the glutes to press the pubic bone forward. The shoulder blades are drawing in to support the heart. And then I can take the head back so I feel comfortable in my neck. And when you're ready to release, just take a moment to sit down, either on the heels. Try not to go into an immediate rounding of your spine, but rather just let your spine settle, your spinal muscles soften for a moment. And then we'll take it onto the back. So you can find your way onto your back, bring your knees in towards your chest, have your knees quite wide. Either hold onto your knees with your hands or hook your forearms around your knees and just gently sway from side to side. Now I feel really good in my spine at the moment, so I'm not going to take it into a twist. We've done quite a bit of twisting movement through this flow and my spine is feeling really good, so I'm just going to stay with this kind of passive happy baby position. But if you feel you want to take this into a twist, then you can, you know, feel how your spine is feeling, feel what might be useful for you at this time. If you want to take it into a deeper hip opener, you know, you can. You spend a few moments just doing what you need to do to complete your practice.
serve your body. And yeah, I feel really good, so I'm just going to release the legs and find my way into Shavasana, and I'm just going to get myself really comfortable. So I'm not fighting anything in Shavasana. I'm not wishing I had a top on. I'm not wishing I removed a fidget. I'm not needing to do anything. I'm just in that space of allowing myself to really come into stillness. So there's nothing I need to do here. So when you find that sweet place of surrender, however long it takes you to get there, just allow yourself, give yourself permission to be here now. Let everything get super heavy through your body. Let your limbs fall heavier into the mat. Let your energy drop. Check the body for small areas that need a bit more encouragement to let go. So that you just peel off the layers of effort one by one. And deeper and deeper you go. If you can stay longer. Always stay longer. If you're like me and you have a fidgety puppy or something else to attend to, you're just ready to move, then start to come back. Feel your breath again. Feel some small movements roll out through the wrists and ankles. And a stretch that feels good. If it's comfortable, you can roll to your side. Give yourself a moment there. And then when you're ready, come to find your seated position. Nice comfortable seat, have your eyes closed. If you're feeling low in energy, then have your palms facing up onto your knees. If you're feeling energized, you just want to keep that centered and grounded. Have the palms facing down. Again, take a moment to really drop into the connection to the ground beneath you. And then from that connection of your root system, rooting down,
Allow the vine of your spine to just grow a little taller. Maybe swallow to relax your throat. And let your jaw soften, your face relax. Soften behind your eyes and notice if that helps the brain to soften too. Without any judgment or attachment, just witnessing how you feel in your body now. Allow it to be as it is, always changing. And we'll bring the palms together and take a bow towards the heart. And just a moment here to drop into the vibration of gratitude. Notice what your heart is grateful for today. Allow yourself to feel that vibration of gratitude coming from your heart space. Let every cell in your body drink up that beautiful vibration. Thank you. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Thank you for tuning in, taking the time to be with yourself and give back to your body, and have a wonderful day or an evening wherever you are. Namaste.